Hi everyone, this is Liyah from Liyah's Luxuries, and today I wanted to do a complete review on the Speedy Bandouliere in Empreinte. This is a bag I've had in my collection for 2 years, and on my channel I've done 2 videos prior where I talked about the exchange experience and the repair experience. And at that point I wasn't too happy with the bag, but it's been 2 years since then and I've used this bag plenty of times since then, and I wanted to make this video so I can give you guys some close-ups, what to expect when you buy this bag, and hopefully this can sway your decision of whether you want this bag in your collection or not. So let's get started. One of the first signs of where I noticed when using this bag as a crossbody is when the gold hardware rubs onto the bag. And when it does, it leaves some gold residue, and it happens on the front and the back of the bag. It's not that big of a deal, but I haven't tried to remove it, so time will tell if it does actually come off of the bag, but it's something to note if you use this bag as a crossbody. Perhaps it won't happen as much if you use it as a handbag, but it's something worth noting. Since I use this bag mainly as a crossbody, there is some wear to the D-rings. I've noticed that there's increased flexibility with the leather on one side. So this is the side that seems to be the stress point when wearing crossbody. It's a little bit more flexible, no excess tarnishing on the D-ring, but on the other D-ring, the leather is much less flexible and doesn't move as much. When you wear this bag crossbody, you will inevitably have to leave the handles down when you carry it. And when you do that, it does leave a small imprint on the bag. So in order to minimize the imprint on the front and back of the bag, I highly suggest storing the handles upwards or across each other. That way they're not laying down all the time. When it comes to the corners of the bag, I've noticed some slight color fade and some rubbing. Depending on the color of the Speedy that you're interested in or you already have in your collection, it may be more noticeable or less noticeable. But with my black Speedy, I don't notice it very much. When it comes to purchasing Empreinte, I think a main concern for people is if the embossing will stay deep over time or will it soften. Now, Louis Vuitton has stated that it's supposed to soften over time, but depending on the style of the bag and how you wear it may affect it. So for me, when I wear the Speedy crossbody, I kind of expected it to fade over time, but it has stayed nice and deep. And when I've had my palm view that was before this bag, the embossing faded quite quickly. The previous model of the Speedy Bandouliere in Empreinte, there was some issues with the glazing. It would melt and it would come off onto your hands, onto other surfaces, on the bag, on a dust bag. It was pretty messy and it's permanent, so once it sticks there, it stays there. So Louis Vuitton has rectified that situation. There is no sticky glazing on this bag. However, there have been some reports of people saying that the glazing has lifted on the corners of the bag near the zipper rail. So I have searched, I looked on my mom's bag and I've looked on my own, and I haven't noticed any lifting on mine. So after owning the Speedy Bandouliere for 2 years, it's safe to say that this bag is a keeper. It can be in all weather conditions, and I love its versatility because it can be worn by hand, on the shoulder, or crossbody. So my 2 tips for people who decide to purchase this bag is to get an organizer and put it inside. I know most likely you don't need tons of pockets in this bag, but the main reason why I suggest an organizer is because these bags can sag over time. So the organizer really just gives us some support that it really needs, and also to store the handles upright. That way you don't put any imprints on your bag. Thank you for watching this video. If you ever need help authenticating your pre-owned Louis Vuitton, Liyah's Luxuries is here to help you. I can assist you on Facebook, Instagram, email, or via text. I am here for you guys. Also, if you like to buy, sell, and chat Louis Vuitton, you can join my groups on Facebook, which is Louis Vuitton Socialites and Louis Vuitton Community. My contact info and those groups will be linked down below in the description. I hope you guys join me, and I'll see you guys on the next one.